In this video, we'll be taking a look at two NFL games happening on January 14, 2023, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 2 picks for each game, 4 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these two NFL games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Seattle Seahawks versus San Francisco 49ers. The Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers are set for an NFC Wildcard battle on Saturday at Levi's Stadium. The Seahawks, 4-3 on the road this season, beat the Los Angeles Rams 19-16 in their regular season finale. The 49ers, 8-1 at home, defeated Arizona 38-13 last week. San Francisco beat Seattle 27-7 in Week 2 and 21-13 in Week 15. The second victory gave the 49ers their first NFC West title since 2019. Seattle still owns the all-time series lead, 30-19. The Seahawks come into this game with a 9-8 record, and they have gone 7-10 against the spread. The Seahawks won the last 2 games of the season and got a Packers loss on Sunday Night Football to advance to the playoffs. In the last game against the Los Angeles Rams, it took overtime, but they were able to secure the 19-16 victory. Geno Smith completed 19 of his 31 passes, 213 yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 interceptions. The Seahawks are averaging 24 points while their defense is giving up 24 points per game. Noah Fant and Shelby Harris are both questionable for this game. On the other side of this matchup is the 49ers, who sit with a 13-4 record overall, and they have gone 11-6 against the spread. To end the season, the 49ers faced off against the Arizona Cardinals, and it was a 38-13 victory. Brock Purdy had another strong game, completing 15 of his 20 passes for 178 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. Christian McCaffrey has been the do-it-all for the 49ers this season, and they are going to need him to have a strong game here. San Francisco is averaging 26.5 points while their defense is giving up 16 points per game. Eric Armstead is dealing with a foot injury, and he's officially questionable for this game. The Seahawks are 6-2 against the spread in their last 8 wild card games and 3-7 against the spread in their last 10 playoff games. Seattle is 1-5 against the spread in their last 6 after a loss. Meanwhile, the 49ers are 4-0 against the spread in their last 4 Saturday games and 5-0 against the spread in their last 5 at home. San Francisco is 6-1 against the spread in their last 7 on grass. San Francisco is on quite the run, and outside of a few close calls, they've been quite impressive during this win streak. The last time these teams met wasn't that long ago, December 15th. San Francisco posted just 15 first downs, but also collected 381 yards and 0 turnovers on the way to a 21-13 road win in that one. The 49ers have scored 33 or more points in 5 of their last 6 games, and I like them to post a solid total here as well. Seattle gets credit for powering into the playoffs. However, they've scored 19 or fewer points in 3 of their last 4 games. Even though the Seahawks are coming off a win, they really struggled in the last game. Geno Smith hasn't played well the second half of the season, and the 49ers have a big advantage at quarterback. The Seahawks are going to give up over their season average of 23.6, and that will be the difference as the 49ers get the job done. I don't think the Seahawks will be able to keep the pace in this one, but it should be a fun matchup to watch. So the San Francisco 49ers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. In the 2 games these teams played against each other this season, it was the under that hit both times, as the 49ers beat the Seahawks by a combined total of 48-20. When looking at this matchup and laying the 9.5 points to take the 49ers, it usually tilts towards the under, as one team, in this case the Seahawks, is failing to contribute on the scoreboard. If you think the Seahawks are able to cover, expectations push to the over as you expect more of a shootout. The question you have to ask yourself is whether or not you think Seattle can get past the 49ers' vaunted defense. When these two teams faced each other in mid-December, the game total was the same 42.5 we see for this week. The 49ers held Seattle to just 13 points while only scoring 21 for themselves. It was enough to cover the spread, but nowhere near an indication as to where this offense is right now. Brock Purdy has looked just as good as, if not better than, Jimmy Garoppolo. He has proven to be more than just a game manager and has led some fantastic drives. But now Purdy also has, in addition to Christian McCaffrey, Brandon Ayuk, and George Kittle, both Deebo Samuel and Elijah Mitchell. His run and pass options have opened up significantly, and the Seahawks, who have struggled defensively down the stretch, are going to have difficulty containing this offense. They may be better than the Arizona team the 49ers walked over last week, but they still aren't at a level to deal with this much firepower. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Los Angeles Chargers versus Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jacksonville Jaguars will be going for their 6th consecutive win when they host the Los Angeles Chargers in the Wildcard round of the AFC playoffs on Saturday night. The Jaguars are coming off a 20-16 win over Tennessee as 6-point favorites. The Chargers are coming off a 31-28 loss to Denver as 6.5-point underdogs. Los Angeles is 8-2 in its last 10 games against Jacksonville. Jacksonville won their regular season meeting. The Chargers are 7-2 against the spread in their last 9 road games and 4-0-1 against the spread in their last 5 games overall. The Jaguars are 5-2 against the spread in their last 7 games in January and 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 games overall. The under is 5-1 in Chargers' last 6 games overall. The under is 11-3 in Jaguars' last 14 home games. The Chargers are 5-0 against the spread in their last 5 meetings in Jacksonville and 9-1 against the spread in their last 10 meetings. The favorite is 8-3 against the spread in their last 11 meetings. The Jaguars won 6 of their last 7 games in their last 4 home games. They are playing well offensively thanks to the 10th best passing attack and 14th best rushing attack in the league. The Chargers have a good pass defense, but they haven't played as well on the road, especially if their opponents have a good running game. Their run defense hasn't been good, which has allowed opponents to take advantage of the play-action pass to pick up big yards through the air. They gave up over 400 yards the last time they faced the Jaguars and will have a hard time slowing them down once again. The Chargers have won 4 of their last 5 games, but they split their last 4 road games. They are one-dimensional offensively, with the 3rd best passing game and the 30th best running game in the league. The Jaguars have done a good job against the run this season and held their last 3 opponents under 100 yards per game. They've also done a good job against the pass in recent games, holding their last 3 opponents under 175 passing yards per game. Even though the Jaguars weren't as dominant in the last game, they have still played well heading into this game. In the previous 2 games, they had given up only 6 points total, and the defense is going to be strong again here. The Los Angeles Chargers are probably the better, deeper team that has more experience in big games, and they're getting healthier, which makes them scarier. However, the Jacksonville Jaguars have been one of the hotter teams over the last month and a half, and that offense has been rolling. We also can't ignore the Jaguars beating the Chargers by 28 points back in September. It's fair to say the Jags are an even better team now. Trevor Lawrence is playing the best football of his pro life. We also know the Chargers have a weird thing of finding strange ways to lose. With the Chargers not posing much of a threat on the ground, expect the Jaguars to focus on getting pressure on Herbert and forcing him to make mistakes, which will cost them the game. I expect a strong game from Lawrence, and that will help lead the Jaguars to a victory. The Jaguars shouldn't even be the underdogs in this game in my opinion. Home game, hot team. So the Jacksonville Jaguars to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. The Chargers averaged 23 points per game and 24 points per game on the rod during the season. They averaged 31 points per game in their last 3 games against the Jaguars, with Jacksonville giving up 19 points per game at home and 7 points per game in their last 3 games. The Chargers will be held under their average in this game. The Jaguars are averaging 24 points per game and 23 points per game at home. They averaged 26 points per game in their last 3 games against the Chargers, with Los Angeles giving up 23 points per game on the road. The Jaguars won't score enough points to push the score past the total. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.